Okay. Um, this is the third devlog for this small project that I'm just taking too long to deal with. The Fnaflike project. Since last time, I haven't actually gone and reviewed the last devlog, so I forgot exactly what's in it. If I remember correctly, nothing was killing any of the players, but a lot of animatronics were moving around. Since then, um, I've only added one new animatronic for because I was spending most of my time realizing that the structure of the game was really inefficient for my design, and it was just gonna take me too long to make more animatronics. So I spent a bunch of time making it a bit easier to use, and it's not perfect. But it is better and it's more usable now. The animatronics can also kill you, but I've disabled it for playtesting because all of them are at maximum AI and they can all kill me within like mere seconds, and it's very annoying for testing because I haven't set up them like receiving different AI values at the beginning. I'd have to go through and give them all manually a different AI value like here, but I'm just going to leave them all at 20 because I've just made them all instead not actually kill me. So if we go in, little title screen, which I think was there are some timers up here. They're for debugging or and just to see that they exist. So I've added a few things. Obviously, you can see some animatronics are now moving. I can send the withered animatronics back. Here is Mangle. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so I completely screwed that up there, but I just got killed by like three different things at once. Um, the game right now, at least in this state, is probably not feasible. And then, oh god, and the weather. Okay, so I guess let's just die. So here's a little game over. I can just press escape to die. Don't mind the odd kill message. It's just a placeholder. But basically, there's a few things. One, door and vent. They open and close. When something's going through the vent, you hear that really loud crashing sound, which is kind of annoying, but it's like a default Unreal Engine sound, and I thought it was kind of funny, and it actually made me jump when I first implemented it. And the door just does this creak open that I found on a website, which was probably, yeah, Pixabay, I think. Pixabay, yes. Um, and that's just yeah, it's just the sound of a door creaking open. Um, Toy Bonnie approaches from there and opens up that door. Withered Bonnie also can come through this door, but when he does it, he doesn't make any sound. Same with Withered Chica, can come through this top vent. Toy Chica comes through here and makes the loud sound, but Withered Chica shouldn't make a sound, but actually might be making a sound. I might have accidentally messed that up. Um, the doors still behave kind of weirdly, I think, just because of a few problems that I'm just going to have to work around a little bit. But yeah, all the toy animatronics are working correctly. The withered animatronics are working correctly. So withered, if I haven't said it in a previous devlog, but basically the withereds, they all have the same behavior, except they do different things when they attack. So withered Chica will just come and kill you immediately if you let her attack. Yeah. Uh, Withered Bonnie. Ah, I forgot to set it up. I just made Mangle, so I forgot to set this up. But Withered Bonnie actually increments Mangle's state by one. I'll explain that in a moment. And Withered Freddy destroys the music box. The music box is essentially it is tied to how quickly the animatronics get their movement opportunities. Right now, they will get movement opportunities every 5 seconds, It could be I might make it more because of just how fast they are, but yeah, once Withered Bonnie, no, Withered Freddy breaks the music box, it's 3 seconds and you're basically screwed. I think at 5 seconds you're already pretty screwed anyway. But yeah, so Withered Bonnie is supposed to increment Mangle, and Mangle's the new one. So basically they're sort of like Foxy from the first game, where they start inside the Kids Cove curtains, and then they come out, and then they step completely out, and then once they're there, there's no going back. In this game, Mangle will not come back to Kids Cove. Once Mangle has left, you're basically screwed because Mangle will come over here to backstage. In law, the reason for this is because they have removed Mangle's teeth because Mangle is supposed to be this weird kids plaything, like take apart, put it back together. So they took the Mangle's teeth away and put them in the backstage because it's probably not a good idea to have teeth around children on an animatronic as volatile as Mangle. Though honestly, the whole concept is a complete disregard of any sort of safety regulations anyway. But I decided to add that. And then Mangle comes up here onto your ceiling. It's harder to see in the game right now, especially because they're all boxes and don't actually have a model, and probably won't have a model because this is just going to be a tech demo. But yeah, comes there and then kills you once it gets the next movement opportunity. Yeah. So Mangle's behavior is different to all the others. They have a timer that goes down, counts down from 200 seconds, but it's that 200 seconds is initially divided by Mangle's AI value, which um, obviously I've set the AI value to 20 and it's sort of based around that. So when you're at max AI value, then Mangle moves after 10 seconds. But you can extend that timer because, well, you have to by using your flashlight on the camera. So you can see the Mangle timer is ticking up in the top corner, but if I flash, it stops ticking up. If I unflash, it goes back up, which is very weird. But if you see I spam it, it sort of it keeps stopping. So what's causing the different amounts of time? Like it seems very odd. So instead of it being a 1-to-1 scale, oh, Toy Bonnie was in that camera. I just broke my camera, so now I can't see anything. But it's not a 1-to-1 scale. I made it sort of like exponential, but it limits itself at 3 total seconds of you flashing to give 10 seconds. So you can see I'm going to hold this on. 13 seconds jumps up to 22 seconds. But you also see that it jumps down by a second every now and then. That's every movement opportunity. Whenever Mangle gets a movement opportunity, while they aren't being flashed currently, then they will reduce their current timer by a second, assuming it isn't already at 0. So once it reaches 0, Mangle cues their movement, and it means Mangle's ready to move on their next movement opportunity, like that. So you saw it just complete the Mangle timer just went away. It was at 0. Movement was queued. Once that queue has happened, you can't actually do anything anymore. You cannot prevent Mangle from moving again. There's so much noise going on. But yeah, so that's this video's this log has already gone on for 9 minutes, which is just ridiculous. Apparently, you can ramble really really long time. But yeah, so uh the restaurant layout has not changed or anything like that. But yeah, game structure has been updated to make it easier for me to make new animatronics. It allowed me to make pretty much all of what Mangle is doing now in maybe uh so about 2 hours ish, which was nice. I just like was in the shower and I came up with like, oh, that's how Mangle should work, because I was wondering about that because all animatronics are tied to the movement opportunity, and it's like, well, that doesn't work very well with Mangle. And I came up with this idea and I thought, oh yeah, that's good enough. Let's do that, and it didn't take too long to put in, so that's a pretty good sign that I'll be able to actually complete this soon because there are other things that I want to make demos of and portfolio pieces. But yeah, so I guess yeah, that's what I've been up to for this one, and just finished year two of AIE, the game in Winter's Shadow. It's on my LinkedIn. Very fun to make that game, and hopefully I can complete this, and then I can go on to making the next game. So yeah, thank you for stopping by.